Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I will be showing you how to do the Kul-Tiran unlock quest line. Now it should be noted to get this quest line, you do have to have the prerequisite things done, which is being exalted with the Proud Admiralty, having the achievements A Nation United, and Tides of Vengeance. Those two achievements, the crux of them is you need to have all the quest lines done in the three countries: Justvar, Tiergard, Stormsong, and then you also need to have all the war campaign done up until 8.1.5. That's Tides of Vengeance. Once you have all those done, you don't get a prompt. You actually just need to go to Stormwind to the embassy, and you can start the quest there. There will be a quest marker on the map if you go there. After you get the quest, you'll get a message to come to Borealis, and here you go to the Harbor's Master's office, and you will talk to Cyrus. So you'll do a dialogue thing with Cyrus, and he says, Dorian Atwater. So this is who this quest line is kind of focused around here. So Jaina comes down to add some context to it. They have a little conversation, turn it into Cyrus. I skipped through a lot of the role play, but I do, just to keep you on track in case you miss a quest somewhere. I try to keep in each individual quest pickup in there. So now you're able to get the letter from Jaina, basically requesting Dorian Atwater. So I need to meet Cyrus in Brenadam. So that's in Stormsong. You should have a flight path there because assuming you've done all these quests, of course, to get to this point. So when you arrive at Brenadam, Cyrus is already there. You're able to talk to him and complete that quest. And now you're just going to need to talk to people within the town. So you'll just see people that are lit up that you can interact with. Just keep doing this. There's no correct order. There's no correct person that you need to talk to specifically. So you just have to go through and talk to like 7, 8 people, however many it is. There's some in buildings and whatnot. When you finally get the information, it says complete. Cyrus is in the inn. It's not really marked on the map. At least it wasn't when I did it. Cyrus is in the inn. So you just walk in, talk to Cyrus, turn that in. You have the information of where they live basically, and then you can grab the next part of the quest, and you can mount up or you can fly closer if you like. It's kind of near Dead Wash. But you can head to onto the map. You'll see a house with a bunch of elementals. There's an Atwater outside, but it's old Atwater. And you find out that Dorian is actually his wife, and she's inside. So we'll head inside the house. And there's Dorian knitting as an old woman with her elementals. She's clearly some sort of a shaman. So she says she's too old, she's retired, all this kind of stuff, but she got her letter directly from Jaina, so the Lord Admiral is what she is now. And out of respect, she accepts. That's the crux of the storyline. So now you need to go outside and saddle the horse. The first, I don't know how many times it'll kick you, but it kicked me only one time. So you saddle the horse, it kicks you, you saddle it again, and then once it's actually has a saddle on it, she'll walk outside and talk and go with it. Now at this point, you don't need to follow her. I actually did. I didn't realize. The next part of the quest is actually available right away. So I kind of followed her around, but you didn't need to do that. You need to head straight east. Basically, the flight path is Tidecross. If you want to take the flight path there, I chose just to run there. And then you can turn that in. And now you're just going to do the standard thing now where you just do 2 quests, one to click on things, one to kill things. So I won't show you all of that, but I'll show you the basis of what you're doing in there. So you're activating these fog beacon things, and then you're just killing 12 things that are here. So these things are just marked on your map. There's 3 of them. You just click those, and it creates fog, and then any of these 12 things you can kill. Everything counts, basically. So once you finish up those, you can turn those 2 in. Back to Dorian. And we'll complete those. This is a decent amount of gold, I guess you get. Alright, so now we're going to meet Dorian at Algerson Lumberyard. That's in Tiergard Sound. So you can fly down to Hathaford, I believe it is, on your map from right where you are. Yeah, Hathaford. And then you'll arrive very close to Algerson Lumber Mill, and we'll head inside the office. Again, if you've done all the quest line, you've probably been here before. And so the Algerson guy is not helping out, so she bribes some of these lumberjacks to come help her. So at this point, all you're doing is you're going to click on these big piles of wood. You're going to drag them around behind you, and the lumberjacks are going to like carry them on their shoulders and be all strong about it. You'll have to kill stuff along your way, of course, that gets in your way. and you'll go slower and slower the more wood you pick up. There you are. You drag the wood with a rope, and so once you get your third piece of wood, what you'll notice is you now have like an extra action button thing, extra action bar, and now you can't attack. So what you can do is you can tell Dorian to basically just one shot anything by hitting the one button. If you do get too hurt, you can call for healing too. I didn't have to do that, so I don't know exactly what the healing thing does, but she just one shots everything. Once you get your fourth, you're really slow. You have to drag all the wood up this hill. It kind of takes forever. Stuff will keep attacking you. Again, just hit your one button, and Dorian will just one shot everything for you. And once you finally get up to the top of the hill, you'll see Old Atwater there with the cart, and he'll kind of divulge that he thinks the wood's haunted. Uh, so so now you're like, okay, well, you can't use haunted wood, so we need to dis unhaunt. I don't know the word for unhaunt the wood. So you pick up these two quests, and these two quests are going to send you to Drustvar. There's one by Upper Core Lane. There's one in the southeast. I chose to go to the one in the southeast first, so I ended up flying down there. So once you get down to that question mark, that's where we are now. There's just one quest to pick up after you turn it in, and you're just filling up this vessel. So you kill things here, or you can click on these stones. And there didn't seem to be any status marker for it when I did it. So with just the Blizzard UI, it shows you. So I got 5% there for doing that, and then I don't know how much percent I got for that. It looks like I got 5% for that too, for killing something. So you just kill stuff or click the rocks. It doesn't matter. I ended up just rounding up a bunch of them and killing it that way. Once you fill the vessel, you can go turn it in, accept the next quest, and you'll see the druid right next to the quest giver light up, and you can interact with the dialogue with that. And now you can actually take a ride in travel form, and it'll just take you to where you need to go, kind of like a flight path. So once you get up top there, you can go into the cave. Again, if you've done the quest line, you've probably been here before, and you'll talk to this druid, and just click on the one that says quest, the dialogue option that says quest. And now you're going to try to like cleanse the vessel that you just filled up. So it's like over your head right now. You put it down, or I don't know what's over your head, frankly, but you put this thing down. You have to click on it. Okay, so that's set. Okay, so you set it from over your head onto the wood. I got it. Never noticed that until just now. So now you're cleansing it. So it's not just cleansing it. Some little minions will pop out. They're really easy to kill. So just wait for them to pop out and just kill the minions real quick. They're really low health, really low power things. And then some more will pop out too. But after you kill them all, he'll slowly walk around, turn in the quest. Boom, you have the purified thing there. And now you can head over to the northwest area, the upper core lane. I actually chose to run there, but you might want to flight whistle and take a flight path to upper core lane. It might be faster. I don't think I showed the entire way there. No. Okay. So now when you get there, this lady's cowering behind from like a wicker beast thing, and she says, "Oh, my keys," and then she wants you to go get her keys for her. So you'll see this wicker beast dog thing, and you just kind of chase it up to where it's going. I only showed this whole part because just in case it like somehow despawned or something, just so you know where you're going at least. You go up this ramp. Actually, I don't know if there's a world quest for this cave or what, but I had been to this cave before. It was probably just exploring, but I didn't know what it was ever for. So there's a cave here. And here you'll see, it's kind of interesting, you'll see a dead dog, and that's actually going to kind of like be the quest marker there. So, princess. And so, basically, you have to pick up the key. So, this dog got sacrificed by somebody and turned into this wicker beast, is what happened, basically, which you can kind of sum up on your own by looking at it. But so now you just need to accept the quest, and you just need to go pick up the dog's items that are strewn about the area. I will say the one item, it appears that it might be down in the cave. It is not. It is in the building. For me, it showed a down arrow and that it was inside something, so I thought it was in the cave because of the down arrow, but it's actually just in the building. I don't know why there was a down arrow. It was actually above me at the time, so that was just kind of odd. So now you just come back to here. She's all scared because the wicker beast followed you, but then she kind of slowly realizes, oh wait, this is my dog. Um, then you have to accept the quest from her, and then you'll be able to pick up the ore shipment, which is just right next to her, and that's what you need the keys for, basically. Now, this is important to get the next part of the quest. You have to wait for this elemental thing to spawn and come to you. Should spawn right away, but and then you'll have to return to Dorian back again. The closest flight path is Tide Cross in Storm Song. So there is actually a flight path right here. So you can go right up back up there. And, turn that in. So now Dorian has her ore and lumber. And now you're going to get a quest from Jaina. And you need to go get a crew, basically, for the ship. So the first place you're going to head is to Borealis. And I should note, too, if you hadn't done the war campaign before you do this, then you might be a little bit confused who Tanger Proudmoore is and why he's going to be the captain. But if you do the war campaign, you'll understand a little bit more. So if you fly to the Proudmoore Keep, you just go up the stairs, take a right, up the stairs, and then take an immediate right. He's just kind of staring out at the water. So this is Jaina's brother. Again, if you do the war campaign, it'll very much show you a little bit more into his storyline and everything. So he's going to be the captain of the ship. So he wants Brother Pike, Lieutenant Tarenfold, and the Outriggers for his crew to fill up everything. So Brother Pike's just over by Tradewinds Market, so you can either run there or go back down to the flight path at the keep and go back up to Tradewinds Market. You talk to Brother Pike. He's to be the tide sage of the vessel. Every vessel that they have needs a tide sage, basically makes it magically glide across the water. He'll accept, and then you need to go down to Vigil Hill, which is in Tiergard Sound, in the southwest. It's back where you did the parrot stuff. And you'll talk to him, and he'll kind of say something about how they need him there. His soldier says, you've been shooting at parrots. I think we'll be fine without you. And then so he accepts. And the last people are the Outriggers. They're in the very northwest point of Tiergard Sound. You've probably did quests for them. You go to Outrigger Post. When you get there, they're a little bit reluctant to join because she is their own captain, and now she's going to be the first mate. But then, since she gets to take her crew too, she reluctantly accepts the offer. And now you just go back to Dorian and Jaina, specifically, I guess, and let them know that you have a crew. So the last person you need is you actually need to a boatswain. So you convince Dorian to be the boatswain when you get there before you talk to Jaina. And she's like, I'm too old, I'm retired, all this kind of stuff. But she agrees to do it. Again, this was a very reluctant crew. So then you talk to Jaina, turn that in, and next we need to name our boat, our vessel here. So you just choose one of the names. I just chose Lionheart. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. And then you just need to bless the ship by going on a little rowboat with Brother Pike. Brother Pike is going to be the one to bless the ship. So you just go down to the little rowboat, and then you can click on it whenever. I was just waiting, I didn't know. And then Brother Pike will come. And it'll be just a little cinematic thing. It's nothing big. You just kind of cast a big old spell on the boat. Nothing huge. Got this vessel, storm tide to tide. I actually have a train coming by my house right now. I'm not gonna stop the video. I apologize. I hear the train and it's popping from my head. I might even finish the video before it's fully here. So once that's done, you'll be immediately on the ship. You can complete that. And now you just have to go back and tell Anduin about everything. Again, that's who you got the quest from in Stormwind. To get there, you can just click on the ship's wheel there. And that'll take you there. And so you'll be on the boat. Everybody's on the boat already. So that's kind of handy for you. And then you can just turn in the quest to Anduin there. And you'll be done with it. And you'll have them unlocked. And now you can create a Kul-Tiran from level 20 or whatever. So again, you do need to do the prerequisites to do this. So that's, again, the achievements, Nation United, Tides of Vengeance. You need to have Exalted with Proudmoore Admiralty to even get this quest line. Once you do, the quest line is very straightforward. It's not challenging or anything like that. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment below. Other than that, please subscribe. If you find any of my videos interesting at all, please subscribe. That helps me out a lot. Other than that, everybody, have a good one.